What's up, everybody? Welcome to AEW Uncensored Podcast. I'm here with my man Big Dub. He's filling in for Howard Stern. I mean Alan this week. Alan Miss Prime, who is taking the summer off. So he is now a teacher and also Howard Stern, all rolled into
Jon Stewart,
one.
Trevor Noah, they all take time off too.
Oh, look at this! Look at this. Must be a. Never mind. Keep it to myself. We all know who really works hard in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it that way. Oh, shit. So what's up, Dubs?
What's going on, man?
Same old shit, man. Same old shit. All right, here's the deal before I get into anything. Last week, the fucking audio was trash. I didn't even bother trying to listen to it till, what was it, yesterday or the day before? And God, it was awful. Here's the deal. I'm not uploading episode 62 to the podcast feed. So if you're listening to the podcast feed now and you want to listen to that episode, you have to go to YouTube and find it on YouTube. All right. AEW Uncensored Podcast on YouTube. You find it there. It was so bad. I didn't even bother trying to chop it up and put it on the website. I figure it'll live somewhere. So YouTube and Facebook is where it'll live. So we'll leave it there. Figured out what the issue was. Unfortunately, on the fly in the middle of a podcast, it's hard. If you don't know what the fuck it is right away, you're basically fucked. So basically what it was my Skype reset the microphone to the Jesus Christ. I'm looking right at it. The camera. The camera microphone. So I don't know, with Windows updates, sometimes they update and it'll kick out a setting in either OBS or, something like that with Skype where it'll just reset what microphone it automatically uses. So I realized that yesterday. I just happened to be trying to test everything and seeing that it said the camera was selected for microphone. So I believe that was pretty much the problem. Everything looks good now. John, I know you're in the chat. If everything sounds good, please give me a oh hell yeah, and what's up, brother? Good afternoon to you as well. So John always gives us a good afternoon right at the start of the show.
Interesting though, Simon is still probably in mourning after England's debacle.
Yeah, we don't know what the fuck's going on with Portugal.
Because that's not really a sport. It's just running around.
That's true. I haven't heard. Simon doesn't even speak.
No,
really. I don't know what he's. Yeah, something with that fucking soccer game there. They lost it on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the thumb. Uncensoredalliance.com. You find everything we do there. Email AEW Uncensored Podcast at gmail.com. On Facebook, AEW Uncensored Podcast. Put that in the search bar. We have a group and a page. Like the page, join the group. We're on all third-party podcast applications, Google Podcasts, Deezer, TuneIn, Stitcher, iHeart and iTunes. Please write us a review on iTunes. That's helpful, very helpful. You want to join the show, hit us on Skype. Skype link in the description of the podcast, the fucking Facebook, the YouTube, everything. So you get on there, send us a message on Skype. We'll throw you in our AEW Uncensored family chat, and from there you can join the show and give some insight and questions or comments on what you felt about the show. So that's it. 3:05 Eastern Time, United States, every Sunday. We are live on YouTube, so if you want to listen to us live, that's how you do it. And always like, share, subscribe. John says audio's perfect. Cool. This show wouldn't be fucking this show if it wasn't every once in a while we have some kind of audio fuck up. So
always happens to us on Mondays.
So welcome to the fucking show, ladies and gentlemen. We love you. We love that you join us every week. I apologize. I mean, the last few weeks have been fucking dog shit. Uh, quick episode, the fucked up audio episode. Like I said, I'm just gonna let that audio episode live in infamy on YouTube and Facebook. I'm not even gonna put it on the audio uh, podcast. So don't look for it in the audio feed. If you are listening and you want to suffer through it, I mean, if you really love our opinions that much, I mean, you could suffer through it on YouTube. All right, that's all I'll say.
Besides, who wants to hear from a part-timer like Alan?
Right. He's a fucking part-timer. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. Actually, he gets way more in depth than I do. He actually takes some good notes. Mine are like good, bad, yeah, no. I occasionally have some shit I really want to talk about. But I mean, honestly, that's what the podcast is about anyway. You spend fucking all day talking about one fucking match, every single match. Forget it. You'll be here for fucking 3 days. So, all right, with all that bullshit out of the way, let's get to it. So, we have Moxley versus Carl Anderson to open the show for the IWGP United States title. This match was really good. They worked slowly, yet it was there was excitement to it. You know what I mean? Something that like this was basically for me. A lot of what's missing in wrestling today. They were able to work slow. It wasn't boring. It was still exciting, and it got the story across. The only thing about it was a little too much no selling. Which is a current wrestling phenomenon. It seems selling is very few and far between when it comes to wrestling now.
I think that's more of a New Japan thing. Yeah, I know it's an AEW too, but that's definitely a lot more of a New Japan thing. And they were really trying to sell, it's New Japan rules. It's New Japan rules. So they're probably going to do that New Japan style match where we don't sell for anything.
Yeah, it's like the no selling, and it's not just this match. Like throughout the show, I'm going, the back and forth chopping and forearms, it's so played the fuck out. Please do something different. Like come up with something else to eat up time in a match. The back and forth shit is just ridiculous.
You could say the same thing about that company in Connecticut with the fruit roll-ups. Because that's all they know how to do to pin. That's the finish for every match. I'm not even joking, Bill. I know you don't watch that company from Connecticut, but every match ends with a fruit roll-up if it's not a submission.
Well, listen. Between that type of shit and the chopping back and forth and the forearms back and forth, I mean, something's got to give. Something's really got to give. It's just very, it's just very annoying.
I agree.
Maybe it's just.
I agree.
Maybe it's just me.
There needs to be more selling. I mean, this reminds me of Matt and Nick pre AEW, and even probably at the little bit of the beginning when they wouldn't sell shit.
Oh, well, they suck at selling. I wouldn't sell if I was.
Yeah, they don't know how to sell to save their lives. But there were a couple matches where they did sell, which blew my mind. But now everybody thinks it's okay to no sell, and I think Tony and Cody and the Bucks and definitely Kenny, they just have this love for the Japan style of strong style. So selling is going to go out the window.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, it was good to see Moxley back. And like I said, I liked the match. It was worked slowly. Not so. I don't mean. I just mean it wasn't like a fucking foot race. You know what I mean?
No, this was more of a drawn out brawl.
Right. It's. Listen. I loved lucha style in WCW, but it was like. I've said this before. I love that. But I also had my story time, with other wrestlers. And even the Luchas had their stories at times. And it's like, at least you could invest in those stories, even if, but otherwise you're just like, oh, fuck. I like oh, fucks. I just don't like oh, fucks all fucking 120 minutes of a
No, I
fucking
completely
show.
agree with that. I completely agree with that.
know?
And real quick, because I know we're going to go to the next match. What I really liked, and I'm not a fan.
No, say your piece.
Uh,
Say your piece.
I'm not normally a fan of the champion coming out first, especially
Right.
during a championship match.
I didn't even pay attention to that, to be honest with you. But, go ahead.
But I thought this worked perfectly, especially being this is what the second show for AEW full time, going with touring. So having Mox with the Wild Thing music, I thought it was perfect. It was a great, great start to the show and great tone setter for this show tonight, for that night.
Right. So what about the match overall? Did you have anything?
I thought this match was very good, and I've said this so many gosh darn times when he was in WWE. I want to see Carl get a singles run and it doesn't need to be a world title. I don't see him as a world champion, but if he can get the TNT or I think the X Division title, I don't know what the mid card equivalent is in Impact. Or the U.S. title from Mox eventually down the road. I think he can do stuff on his own, and he doesn't need Gallows with him. I think he's a fantastic wrestler who needs a singles run.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against it.
But I mean, overall, I thought this was a great drawn-out match, and it was a brawl, bar fight type of feel, and I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Yeah, definitely. All right, then we move over. We had Archer with a promo on Moxley, I believe. I didn't pay attention closely.
He wanted a rematch with a Texas death match rematch
right, yes.
in Texas.
I'm good with that. I mean, but here we are, Mr. Stipulations again, Tony Khan.
Who's to say that's Tony? Because this is New Japan stuff. I don't know how much Tony has to say in New Japan stuff. This could be Rocky Romero.
Maybe, but yet again another.
No, I get it. I get it. But you can't drop that on Tony because this is New Japan's belt.
Yeah, but I don't feel New Japan has that big of a say in. I don't think they would have anything against the rematch in that terms because they did it themselves. But I don't know that they have so much say on the television side of what AEW decides to do. You know what I mean? But either way, for me, it's just another AEW
stipulation match.
Regardless who the fuck it is, All right, next up we got Andrade with a promo. Basically the whole promo is basically him looking for the Death Triangle. I liked it. Came off well. Again, another mix of English and Spanish with the subtitles. So I like that. I like that he's getting that opportunity to speak. I don't know how much WWF let him, but
a lot. I mean, he had Thea or Zelina. Breaks my heart. Right. She's a Jim Cornette girl. Breaks my heart. But I'm kind of curious where this is going to go. Is the Death Triangle going to evolve with him as the leader and then gets Pac kicked out? I mean, it's an idea. But I'm kind of curious where this is go. I think Andrade can have a lot better matches with Penta and Ray and Pac versus getting outshined by Matt Sydal. Because maybe the English is a barrier when he's in the ring and he's huffing and puffing at the at midway point or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Let's move to Brian Cage versus Starks. All right, for me, this match was good. It was a good match, but at times it felt too plotting, like they were setting each other up a little too much. When it's noticeable and not smooth, kind of annoys the shit out of me. But otherwise it was a good match. Again, I don't know. These guys have been around for a while, so it's surprising that they're as plotting as they are. I love the ending here, though. How Hook distracted the ref, and then Hobbs took out Cage after they teased not allowing Starks to use the belt. So this was all inevitable in the long run. We all knew Cage was going to get booted out of Team Taz one way or another, or leave Team Taz. And this was a great job turning on him. I thought this was as flawless as much as the Team Taz shit has been a little eye rolling at times. This was as flawless as you can do a turn on Brian Cage.
Mm-hmm.
A full turn. I've really felt that they knocked it out of the park with this. So it was just a really good way they played it out versus just say like attacking him randomly in the backstage area or something like that. You built up the animosity, you built up the little I don't support this, I don't support that, or I respect you. Oh, what do you respect him for? And then they play it like Starks is almost like the outside guy, last week, and all in all, they had the plan all along to take Brian Cage out. So I really dug that. And what's up, Eddie? Shout out to Eddie in the chat. So how about you? I mean, let's hear what you got on this match.
I thought this was a great match. I was surprised how over Ricky was as a baby in this match. I never really thought that was going to happen. But I thought this was a very well done match. I thought it was flawless. I thought it was a little rushed. And I don't know what it is with Team Taz matches, but they just, at the end, it always just feels like a little rush at the end. Okay. But that's just me, and that's how, but I thought this was perfect. Now, what I'd like to see is them not touch each other, not have Brian Cage go after someone else right now. I don't want to see next week, Hobbs versus, Brian Cage or Hook or whatever.
Right.
I want to go away from this for a while and see what Brian Cage is going to do. And then maybe go back to it in, 3 months or 4 months or whatever. At least after All Out, give them something. Bring it back at the Grand Slam thing for something.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I could see it both ways. I see what you're saying, but I also see that because I know it's kind of felt like it's there for a while now, but I also feel like you can't just he's got to get his get back. Mm-hmm. I think the pay-per-view should be his get back, honestly. The next pay-per-view.
So All Out. Or do we wait for Fight for the Fallen next week?
Nah, it's too soon. Okay. I think you gotta build up the finale because he just lost to Starks. Mm-hmm. He can't come back and beat Starks right away. He's got like you said, maybe he's got to go through Hobbs and beat up Taz and beat up Hook, and then he's got to or get beat up by them.
Hook needs to have a match.
Which is how
first.
It should be. Well, he could still get beat up.
No, I agree with that, but Hook has not had a match on Dark or Dark Elevation or Dynamite.
Nah, because I don't think he's there. I don't think they're ready for him to do that. I think he's probably still training and stuff. So, I think right now he's just kind of there as like an extra face in the group. But here's my thing. Okay, I fucked up there. That's against my my wrestling religion there, where I don't think Cage should beat these guys up. I think these guys should beat Cage up for a while, and then Cage gets to get back at the paper.
So kind of like a Darby thing.
And that gets just like a face heel thing. It's the heels need to beat you up to make you want to buy the pay-per-view to watch the face get his get back. And then you culminate the program by having Cage win and triumph over Team Taz. So I have a feeling he's not going to step away from that right away. He's going to, if they're smart, they will continue it, and that'll be that. And it'll end at the pay-per-view. And then we could see Brian Cage move on to do some babyface shit.
Him versus Miro, I can't wait.
Just my thought. That's a good idea. That's actually.
I really like that idea. I'm excited for that match.
Anything else on this match you want to touch on?
No. I mean, I thought again this was a flawless match except for that little rush at the end. But I mean, there's no complaints on it.
All right, cool. All right, next up we had Cody come out. He comes out to the announce table. He's basically calling out Malachi Black to come out, aka Aleister Black, aka Tommy End, whatever the fuck you want
Homelander.
to call him. He actually calls himself the franchise, and I almost fucking broke my TV and stopped watching.
He's still Homelander since he's wearing the coat in the Rampage trailer. Not to jump ahead if you were going to bring that up.
No, I wasn't, but yeah. Listen, I mean, it's different gear. I mean, let's get at least it's different. Sometimes it gets tired watching these guys wear the same shit. But yeah, so he called himself the fucking franchise. I want to break the fucking TV and just quit watching AEW. Bro, you are not the franchise. Sting is the franchise. Shane Douglas ain't the fucking franchise.
It's Sting!
So stop.
At 62, he's still the franchise?
Of course he is, bro. But bro, like, God, he annoys me every day. He annoys me more and more.
Where's that picture of Sting's O-face anytime you bring him up? Let's get that up going.
Oh shit. No, but you know it's funny because Cody, when he did that initial American Nightmare video in a dark room with the cigar, bro, I was fucking hyped.
Yeah, no, that was fantastic.
Incredible.
That was the tournament title. That was the kickoff the tournament for the TV or TNT title.
No. No, I'm talking before when he left WWE.
Oh, right.
Remember that first promo he did? He was in that dark room with the cigar, bro. It was before he did anything. I think it was him going to Ring of Honor, maybe, or New
Impact.
Japan.
He went to Impact before Ring of Honor.
Wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. So, and I was just like, oh my God, man, that was a vignette. You know what I'm saying? Incredible. Now I'm like,
well, even Malachi with that 4-minute thing on Instagram that he put on the day of him going to AEW, which no one knew at that point, was phenomenal as well.
Yep. All right, so Cody's out there. A video plays with Black basically calling Cody a lame horse. Basically,
no, he killed the horse. So someone put this on Facebook that he mentioned about he saw a man kill a horse. The horse was supposed to be Dustin, and he was the man killing Dustin.
Got you. So, it's some shit about a horse.
Dustin's a horse.
I didn't look. Yeah, I didn't look too deep into it. I did see that what you just said right there. Somebody mentioned that it was similar to what Cody had said before their match at Double or Nothing, the first Double or Nothing,
2019.
Yeah. So anyway, the lights go out, and then Black's standing there, and they basically look at each other and start brawling. They get split up and go into commercial.
It's refreshing to see that there's not a invisible wall between the ring and the backstage. It really is.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's a thing apparently with WWE that everybody is aggravated about. So some shit I don't really know about, but I get it. I understand.
You should watch one time. You'll really appreciate AEW after one watching of WWE.
Please, I can't.
I'm sure you can't.
What do you have on this segment? Like anything specific?
You know, I'm really excited to see in the coming weeks Malachi Black's promos. I know he can go in the ring. I've seen his stuff in WWE. He's flawless. Right. But his promos, I think, are going to be some of the best we see for a while. I don't think anyone's going to be able to touch him on the mic, and that includes all the MJF marks. I think he's been better than MJF, to be honest. Right. Yeah.
We shall find out.
We shall. But I think this is going to be good. I love how, so in WWE before he left, before his 7-month, being sent home for no reason, he lost his eye in a beatdown, and he's continuing that through to AEW. I think that's just phenomenal too, with his other eye. Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's move. Tully promo in the back. Santana and Ortiz are there. They put a little scare in them. They act like they're going to attack them, and they just basically let him go and tell him to get his boys. So Nothing too much there. Just a continuation of FTR and Santana and Ortiz, which I'll watch them fucking two teams go all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them teams are fucking incredible.
I want to see them in a parking lot brawl because I got to believe that'll be way better than what them versus the Best Friends would be. Even though that was a fucking fantastic match, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I think FTR will do it a lot better than the Best Friends.
I think you're right, but let's not.
No, Jay, I agree, but I mean, let's be honest. FTR is a better team.
Yo, no question. All right, next up we get a Hangman promo with Shivani. Shivani almost got through the whole thing holding the mic.
Yeah, he did.
Almost. But listen, I'll give it to you. The mic needed to be passed at that point once it became not him and Tony. So it made sense for Tony not to have the mic anymore. And, okay. This was amazing. This whole segment, aside from the dumbass Matt Jackson shit, at least he got smacked, which was good. I loved it. I love Kenny rolling in the ring, attempting to hit Hangman with the belt, and then Dark Order comes out to fucking even the odds. Kenny was fucking incredible here. He's hitting all strides lately. Big time. And
not just in AEW and Impact and
right
Mexico.
Yeah. And I haven't watched that stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye on that now.
I know. We'll talk about that right. Let's finish this. We'll talk about it right after this. But very, very incredible. He's hitting all them points. Kenny basically says 5 versus 5. If Hangman and Dark Order win, they get a world title and tag title matches. Who's going to go for the tag titles? Silver and Reynolds or Uno and Grayson? That's the other question. Because they're going to win. It's going to set up the matches. So anyway, all hitting on fucking this right here is the hottest thing to me in AEW. This is what I'm focused on right now is Hangman and Kenny. It's a very long story that's been ebbs and flows in touching it and not touching it at times and letting it simmer. But I mean, for all intents and purposes, that was fucking an incredible segment. They did a great job. They all played their part well, except Matt Jackson. But
he was injured apparently. He was concussed or something.
From that?
No,
or
prior, and then still went in there and took a hit and did a bump.
Nice. Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, for me, I'm looking forward to this. What do you got on this whole segment? What's your take?
Survivor Series coming to AEW?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I apologize. It's elimination.
Yeah, Survivor Series style match in AEW. Right. So where are the marks now? Because they're just stealing from WWE. I think. Yep. So, and I think I said this on Wednesday. I hope they do this at Fight for the Fallen, which is next week or in 10 days. Because I want to see a month-long build between Kenny and Hangman before All Out. I want to see a full month of them going at each other or not going, not touching or whatever. I want to see this for a month. I am curious as to you who is going to be challenging for the tag team titles. And I would think it'd be more Uno and Grayson because Alex and John have gotten more title shots than they have.
I would think that Uno and Grayson. I honestly wouldn't mind them taking the titles.
Yeah, no, I really wouldn't mind either, honestly. But since last night at Slammiversary, the Good Brothers won back their titles. I don't know how long. It might be longer. I don't know how long this is going to go because I got to believe Kenny's not losing that belt until he gets the New Japan title. And he can hold all those belts. But I don't know who. I think the title's vacated right now. So I don't know what's going on with that.
All right, so let's talk Slammiversary real quick since we're talking Kenny Omega. I didn't watch it. I saw a quick little video clip. Basically, I guess after their match or whatever the fuck happened, Jay White comes out and confronts Kenny. That's where the video stopped for me. They didn't say anything. They all threw up the too sweet and were trying to implore him to throw it up. The video that I watched ended there. Basically, what happened?
That's it. That's where the video ended. I mean, so everyone had the 2 Sweet up except for Jay. Now, it would have been funny or would have been smart is if JOD was there behind Jay White. Because, Tom has got to get into his little feelings about everything.
Right.
So that would have been worth it. That would have gotten, more interest.
But is there... I think this is good because now they got the Jay White piece. I think maybe what they're going to do is wait till after All Out to maybe do this Elite versus Bullet Club thing. You know what I mean? No,
because see, here's the thing: your two biggest pay-per-views are DON and All Out. Let's be fair. I mean, don't get me wrong, Full Gear's fun and Revolution is good, but the two most popular pay-per-views are DON and All Out. So to wait that long or to do it on a lesser pay-per-view would be surprising.
But here's the deal: there's too much to do for it to be at All Out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's too much. It's too much story.
No, I agree. But then you got to push it to DON 2022.
Well, you could do that. You could do that for a while. I mean, you could even push it to Revolution if you really want
you could. And again, that's all going to be based on, what's going on with, that COVID thing.
That's the other thing. You want to be able to travel, have the travel. New Japan's going to want some.
But I think I think Japan's still locked down because they just said no spectators for the Olympics, only athletes. So I mean, who knows when New Japan's going to be allowed to have fans back? California, AEW's not going to be there for a long time because they just started a mask mandate again for indoors and outdoors.
Yep, saw that.
So. It's you're gonna have to push it to DON unless magically something happens to where everyone just opens back up.
Yeah. Yeah. Either way, I just here's the deal. You're starting. I don't know. I just don't know how you navigate Bullet Club, Elite, and Omega and Hangman at the same time. This is why I feel like something's got to be pushed.
Right. So you're gonna do Omega Hangman. That's gonna be done at All Out. Then after that, start slowly planting the seeds for DON 2022. And you could do little flare-ups at Full Gear and Revolution, and then have the big blow. You could do a Stadium Stampede. Think about. Sure, it's a goofy match. Don't get me wrong. It's a goofy match, but you could do something like that, or have a War Games match at DON, or Blood and Guts, whatever they want to call it.
I'd be down. I'd be down for a Blood and Guts. I mean, don't give me Stadium Stampede again.
At DON, because that should be a pay-per-view match, not a TV match.
Yeah,
because that was rushed.
Yeah. Commercials.
Yeah.
Like that. All right. So Jericho had a promo. Give me what you got on it because I didn't take any notes on it.
Jericho wants to call himself the God of War now, and he wants to do all this Greek mythology nonsense. Then let's see what else. What else happened? Oh yeah. Afterthought. Sean Spears showed up and hit him with a chair. La-di-da. I don't know why. I mean, I get All Friends Wrestling. I get it. But Sean Spears has no business being in AEW. None whatsoever.
Yeah, people get a hair up their ass about him. He doesn't bother me at all.
He doesn't have any charisma.
I guess, but he hasn't done too much that's meant to have charisma. So, when he becomes a focused character, then I'll worry.
Well, shouldn't he be a focused character already, being in this group?
Yeah. No, you don't have to. You could be. There's guys that aren't focused characters in groups. You know what I mean? Happens all the time. There's guys that are just background
Like
guys.
Horse Hogan.
Right, or Virgil.
He saved Hulk Hogan's career, don't forget.
Yeah, that's true. It was his idea.
Him and Ted Turner.
All right, let's move to Hardy versus Christian. Okay. I really didn't pay attention much, but that fucking finish was trash.
Oh.
You go from just about being counted out to running in and winning 4 seconds after all those high impact moves failed. All those high impact moves failed to get a pin, but you go from being almost to a 10 count to rushing back in to a 4 seconds later winning the match. Explain that shit.
You can't explain that away. That was a fail on Christian and Matt Hardy's fault. Not only that, don't forget about the talking.
And who's booking?
Well, yeah.
And who's booking
Tony.
it? No, but who's producing this match? Okay, maybe Tony booked the match, but somebody's producing this match. Number one, you got two guys that have tons of experience in there. Should know not to do this. If Dean Malenko booked that finish, it's fucking atrocious.
Or maybe they booked it themselves. Who knows?
Anyway,
I mean, it'd be curious to see the inner workings on the behind the scenes with that, because if you have older wrestlers like a Matt and Christian going at each other, why not just have them book their own match? Why would they even need a producer? You know what I mean?
No, I'm with you, but fucking.
No, I agree.
But my apologies. You were about to say something?
No, I was just saying most of this match wasn't bad. Like, the beginning and middle of this match was not terrible.
All right. I mean, I'll take your word for it.
I mean, you could go back and watch, but like, it wasn't like Matt Hardy wasn't, doing weird hip things. Same with Christian. They were actually working semi okay-ish. I don't know if they were doing some DDP yoga before the match or. Yeah,
but Christian gives me that leave vibes.
Yeah, I know.
Just leave. Walk off TV. I don't want to even see.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway. All right, let's move on. We got the Miro promo. Basically, he shows off his new belt. Got the white strap, little green paint on it, little gold. Mm-hmm. So it seems like so far every new champ is at a new belt.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We'll see if that trend continues.
That'll be interesting because that's got to be expensive.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, well, listen, the straps probably aren't much. They probably just keep swapping the plates, and you can paint the plates and strip the paint off the plates if you know what I'm saying. So I don't think it's necessarily that expensive. I just think it's some modifications as the title gets swapped out. So
still, you're spending money you shouldn't be.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that could, you got a guy working for the company that could strip off the paint and repaint, and then, you're spending money on the strap itself. I mean,
Sting could do that.
Motherfucker. All right. Did you have anything on this promo?
I thought it was good. It was good to see, some conviction in a promo, because you don't get that up north. And, I can't wait to see his next match. I'm hoping it's against Brian Cage, but, again, that's wishful thinking.
Yeah. All right, then we move on to a Brit promo, which was very good. She does a great job on the mic, just not a great job in the ring. She's finally going to wrestle a match. So we'll see. We'll watch how atrocious that match is going to be.
I was surprised how over she was. She was probably the most over person that night.
She is over.
She is so over. I was so surprised.
I'm not surprised. I'm really not. I mean, just the reaction people just online, the reaction people were giving. Just, that everybody's, loving what she's doing. Unfortunately, I love the character. I just think her wrestling is trash.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Moxley's promo about Archer, and here I paid a little more attention, and that's where it was about the Texas Death Match. So, nothing major there, just typical bullshit, typical promo stuff. Mox always does well with that stuff. So.
Again, conviction. Great thing to see.
There you go. Next up, we get Sammy versus Yuta. No fucking clue who this guy is. Apparently, he's tied in with Best Friend somehow.
Yeah, that was the one thing that was like, huh?
I think they said he's like training under Orange and I don't know.
Probably Chuck Taylor because he trained. Apparently, he trained Ricochet.
Chuck Taylor?
Yep. If you go to the Wikipedia page, it says trainers. Mr. Lazy? Chuck Taylor.
Mr. Lazy Chuck T.
Well, if you go to the Covalent TV page and donate, we actually have a fund, Chuck Taylor gym membership. It was the first fund we had.
Is it me or it's like I'm just happy I haven't seen that motherfucker on TV?
So happy.
All right, so Sammy versus Yuta. I have no notes here. I don't know why. Did I not pay attention?
I don't know. I
guess I didn't.
You know, and again, Sammy, so super over. Not as over as Britt, but still super over. Quick bang bang match. I mean, I thought it was good.
Yeah. They shook hands.
They shook hands because again, both faces. Yeah. So.
Right.
I thought it was a good high flyer match. For as quick as it was.
I like heel Sammy better.
Same. So I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't even like face Jericho right now.
Yeah, Jericho got long in the tooth because everything he does is the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, we had a QT promo. Not much said here.
Oh, God, the bowling shoe salesman.
Yeah. QT pours a drink over Shivani's head. You're right. I don't know why QT decides to wear that stupid bowling shirt. I mean, come up with a better gimmick there, pal.
Seriously. I mean, you had DDP give you his finisher. Think of something.
Next up, we have Penelope versus Yuka Sakazaki. Haven't seen Yuka in a bit.
Well, Japan lockdown.
Good match. It was a good match. I would have liked to see Penelope win. She's been paying her dues here for a while.
No, I agree with that.
She's a strong enough heel to keep things interesting in the women's division. Mm-hmm. I mean, it really, really, she deserved to win that. It goes back to the whole, why do you have to have the faces constantly win these matches?
Yeah, I don't get it either.
It just makes no fucking sense. Mm-hmm. And she's paid her dues. She's been here. Yuka's a great wrestler. Don't get me wrong. She's fun to watch. She's athletic. But come on, bro. Like, they put on a good match, and Penelope deserved that win.
No, I completely agree. I'd like to see her get up in the rankings. I don't know what the rankings are right now, but I'd like to see her, maybe in the 2 to 3 spot.
Her and the Bunny have really taken a hit, man. They're just not getting where they deserve.
Well, let's not forget the Bunny disappeared for 6 months, and then
I get that. No, I get that.
And then she became a manager for a year, and then
at this point she should be regular on TV and doing and getting her reps and becoming, stepping up the ladder. The match itself, what do you have? Anything?
I thought it was a good match. I thought Penelope again should get more shine. Maybe in the coming weeks, who knows? Maybe she impressed Tony enough. Who knows? But Yuka will probably go back to Japan next week, and we won't see her for a few months.
Right, and she'll come back and win over somebody that could be getting some fucking shine. Yeah.
Because Tony loves Japanese women.
Listen, there's some of them I like too. I mean, it's it's not a bad thing. It's just how you're using this shit. And then we get to the main event. We get Darby versus Ethan in the coffin match. Sky pops out of the coffin to attack Darby at the beginning of the match. Sting comes down to make the save. They brawl off into the sunset. And this match was good. Darby just shows he's one of the craziest dudes in wrestling right now.
Keep him away from Jeff Hardy.
Between him and Sammy, dude, it's a race to see who gets paralyzed first.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And I know you're probably not going to like this opinion, but it really didn't need the Sky and Sting stuff. You really didn't need that. For a gimmick match, you did not need that. You could have let those...
You didn't...
Because that's just a distraction.
Listen, not that I'm not... just because Sting there doesn't mean I love it. I'm just saying, I don't think it was bad. I don't think it hurt because it was quick and they literally were in the match for a minute. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, let's get rid of Scorpio Sky early, and then we can just focus on the match. So that's why it didn't bother me. I didn't feel it was too much. I understand what you're saying. They didn't have to do it, but it's also like, well, the heels, they're a team, so one's going to try to help the other. So you do it right away. Sting comes out, they brawl off into the sunset, and then they get on with the match. It really didn't have an effect on the match itself. You know what I mean? So it's all right for me. It was all right for me. I really just, like between Sammy and Darby, bro, these guys are two of the fucking wildest dudes out there. Darby plays that character more. Sammy just does it. You know what I mean? Sammy doesn't play the character of fucking doing crazy shit. He just does crazy shit. Where Darby plays the character of doing crazy shit and does the crazy shit. So, for me, Darby's just a star, man. He's aggressive. He's reckless. He sells his ass off. I just, fuck that he's 150 pounds. Whatever, probably less. He's just a star.
He needs to be in that world title picture. I don't care what he says after losing the TNT title. He needs to be in that world title picture.
I think he will be. I think it's too early for him. I think eventually he'll be.
I'd like to see him and Jungle Boy go at it just once. Why are they holding off on that? You could do a face versus face on that.
Yeah. I just think Jungle Boy right now too needs to be a little more prominent in storytelling.
He needs to have matches with people that maybe he has no chance of winning against and getting those surprise wins. Instead of we know he's winning. I mean that's terrible. That's hurting.
Listen,
him.
I wouldn't mind Jungle Boy taking the title off Miro. I know you want to see Brian Cage. I mean,
I don't mind it either. I just want to see Miro. I mean, I just want to see Miro. I didn't say he had to take the belt off.
For the title.
I just want to see them fight for a belt because I think that'll be a balls to the wall match. Instead of Archer, which that was weird.
Right. Darby comes out with the win here. Let's hope this is the end of the chapter. Hopefully that was the face getting his win to end the program.
So this match proved, and the promos leading up, Ethan Page does not need Scorpio Sky. Ethan Page should be on his own. This Men of the Year nonsense needs to go away now.
I don't know why Sky went solo only to go back
exactly.
To
and why would you leave Impact, a tag team in Impact, to go to a tag team in AEW?
Right. Makes no sense.
Zero.
Fuck do we know though? I mean, we're just fucking marks.
Yeah. 30 plus years.
Anything else on the match itself? I mean, the ending with Darby going through the coffin, it was a little crazy. I mean, you take the wrong fucking...
Again, keep him away from Jeff Hardy.
Wrong couple inches, man.
Keep him away from Jeff Hardy.
You go an inch or two the wrong way, and where it's not very shitty, easy board to break, and you get them fucking supports. Ooh.
Keep him away from Jeff Hardy. That's all I'm saying.
That would be some painful fucking landing.
Oh.
I wonder how Ethan took it inside though.
Well, you could see that he was on his side. You could see his shoulder was up and everything.
But still, I mean, he had to take something,
I gotta believe Darby had a lot of ice packs on his back after that match.
Oh, fuck yeah. Dude, you see Sammy? I see, because you watch the vlogs enough and you see some of the bruises and cuts and scarring he got, man. Oh, so imagine Darby. Man.
I remember. I think he didn't Sammy roll his ankle when he got super kicked off the top rope.
I believe he did. That was a while.
Yeah, I think that was like the first or second episode of Dynamite. That's the last time I watched Sammy's vlog.
Man, I mean, shit, that's the show. I mean, you got anything you want to touch on? I heard the Queen show basically broke all records, or what? Or broke
the Queen's
and non-WWE
so right now you want to get into this. Okay. So the Queen show yesterday or on Friday is close to 17,000 tickets. Which is what they're configured for right now. They were at 15. I think it's set up for 17, something like 17,190, whatever. Okay. Yep. WWE fans got all in their little hizzies and got WrestleTix is where you can get most of your ticket information, like who's selling what. Got them banned from Twitter for an hour.
Got WrestleTix banned for an hour? Why?
Because they were outselling WWE. You can't outsell WWE.
Yeah, but how did they get them banned? Like,
they probably complained enough to Twitter. You can report tweets. It's not that hard. That's funny, so, yeah.
WWE marks are the worst, bro. But I'll be honest, like some of these AEW marks are just
but AEW marks are not trying to get WWE accounts suspended.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the reason why SmackDown isn't selling at MSG, you got to wear a mask inside MSG. So
interesting. I mean, but I don't think that's a good reason for it, because I don't think that I wouldn't have a problem. Here's the deal: if I have to wear a mask, and it's something I want to do, I'll wear the mask. Do I want to wear a mask in my personal life? No, but you know what I'm saying. So I don't think that's really a big deal. I just maybe just people ain't buying the tickets. I mean, wait till the Prudential Center. What's the Prudential Center?
I'm looking up.
They go on sale.
I'm looking that up right now. Wow. Okay. New profile pic of Thunder Rosa.
Because Simon put that thing in the chat, and that was before tickets went on sale, so those numbers were all bullshit.
All right, so as of 3 hours ago, 35 tickets are still left for Money in the Bank tonight.
And that's what, MSG?
No, that is Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay.
NWA 73 have sold 651 tickets, and capacity is set for 256. So 205 are still available, and that is in St. Louis at the Casaron Ballroom at the Chase Park Plaza Royal Sonesta.
Get the Prudential Center.
I'm getting to the. When is the Prudential Center?
It's October, same time as Queens, like right around the same.
Okay,
time.
For SmackDown at MSG, they have 88%, which is at 7944. Capacity is set for 9,011. So they still have 1,067 left to fill. Wow, New Japan is coming to California in August. I'm not seeing anything for the Prudential. I got Cincinnati.
September. Eddy says September. Prudential had to go on sale because it's like the week after the fucking Queen show, or the week before, or something like that.
Yeah, I'm just seeing Dickies, T-Mobile in Kansas City, Capital One Arena. Wow, that looks... Capital One Arena. Holy crap. They only have 2,000 tickets and estimated capacity is 7,000.
For who?
WWE. This is for a super show on 9/11, which is a Saturday. They're doing house shows now. WWE house show. Only 900 tickets sold. 3,000 capacity. Gainesville has been canceled.
Shit, man. Maybe they didn't go up yet.
Yeah, I don't think they've gone up yet because I got Rosemont for August. I got.
Here we go. Prudential Center. Get your tickets Wednesday, September 15th. Eddie got tickets to the Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Oh, cool.
Let me see. Get your tickets. Let's see. Are they up yet? Oh, yeah, bro. There's tickets already. Let me see.
You could probably go.
Available? Oh, bro.
Are they sold out?
Bro, you know what's available? All nosebleeds. Let me see how many sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 nosebleed sections are still available.
Wow.
Everything else is sold the fuck out.
Oh.
So they must be up.
Yeah, I just don't. The rest of the six doesn't have it up yet.
That's weird. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why. This is off prudentialcenter.com.
Fight for the Fallen is almost sold out. They got 5,100 sold. 6,100 is the estimated capacity. They still have 1,029 available.
And I'm on Ticketmaster. Same
thing.
Same things are available. All in the fucking nosebleeds. And those will probably fill up by the time the show's around. They're only $30 a piece.
Raw is almost sold out for Monday.
So, yeah, shout out to Jersey, baby. We do it big over here.
Dickey's Arena.
Yeah, Prudential Center off AEW Dynamite. Takes you to Ticketmaster, so I won't even click that. So.
Which one for AEW are you looking at?
No, all on their website, alleelitewrestling.com. It just it came up for Newark. So all right, man, that's it, man. We're looking good. Yeah. These live shows for AEW are looking good. I've been saying it. The Northeast is where it's at, man. Don't sleep, because the Prudential Center was like sold. It was like 16,000 tickets before the COVID hit, and that was a couple weeks out. I believe they sold out. So, don't sleep on this New Jersey, Philly.
No, I'm curious about how well AEW is going to do in the Northeast, considering that's WWE Stronghold, and with how they're doing in Queens, Vince has got to be worried.
Listen, I Stronghold may have been a thing in the 80s. I don't think Stronghold is a thing anymore.
What about WC? What about during the WCW days?
During the WCW days, they still had that built in. They were the Southern territory, but they also ran Maryland, Philly, Jersey. They ran it very well. I don't know if they did so much in New York, but they did Jersey and Philly, and they ran it well. They had a lot of big houses there. I don't know. I just think like now it's a little different, especially, even WCW is 20 some years old now. The territory, that was still like a kind of a, WCW was a move-in from a territory. You get what I'm saying? Like, it went from the territories into WCW, basically taking the reign of the territories. Mid-Atlantic, Georgia, Florida. It had that, Mid-South. It had that whole area basically all in one when it became WCW. So, at that point, yes, it was like more the South versus the New York, Connecticut. But I think at this point, I think both of them are pretty much universal, in my opinion.
AEW is going to sell 50,000 tickets in September.
Which is crazy, bro. Listen.
Yeah. So Dynamite in Chicago is at 43 or 44.33. Rampage is at 45.09. All Out's at 11,000. Newark is at 10,452. Queens, we know.
You just said, I thought you didn't have Newark.
I didn't have Newark until just now. This is just a graph.
Oh my God. Gotcha.
Queens is higher than what this graph is showing at 14,000. And then Rochester right now is at 42.96.
It's going to be a good month.
Going to be a good month for AEW.
I've noticed that they're doing more dates than just the TV dates. Is that taping for?
So they're doing Rampage is going to be a hybrid TV taping and house show.
House show. That's cool. They should always keep that extra tape footage for future
for Dark and Elevation, because I gotta believe Dark and Elevation is going to move to Fridays instead of Wednesdays, because bell time is around 7 and showtime is at 10.
You mean? I thought they're Monday. I thought they're Monday and Tuesday.
Well, yeah, the show, but they tape Dark and Elevation are not live; those are taped.
Right.
But I'm thinking they're going to move the taping from off of Wednesday to Friday.
Since it's a 1 hour
Right.
show.
So it's a 1 hour show, and you have to be there at 7. So
makes sense.
2 hours, you can knock out Dark and Elevation, and then 10 o'clock, there's Rampage live on TNT.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Things are looking good.
Things are looking amazing.
Yep. So... All right, everybody. I think that's it for the show. Dub, thanks for joining me today. Probably 2 weeks from now, might have you back on if you're available.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I know that part-timer doesn't like work, so.
Howard Stern.
Yeah. Hopefully he's having ZD right now.
All right, everybody. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the bell, please. Hit the thumb. Uncensoredalliance.com. AEW Uncensored Podcast at gmail.com. You get us an email anytime you want. We are on Facebook, AEW Uncensored Podcast. We have a page and a group. Throw that in the search bar. Like the page, join the group. We are on all third-party podcast applications, as well as Google Podcasts, Deezer, TuneIn, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and iTunes. Please write us a review on iTunes. We are also on Skype, and that's how you get in on the show. You want to do a call in and give us your take on the show. That's how you get to it. So join us on Skype, link in the description. We are live at 3:05 every Sunday Eastern Standard Time in the United States. 3:05 p.m. So join us then. Dub, shout out to you again. Thank you.
Problem, man.
Eddy. Eddy, thanks for joining us. John, thanks for joining us. And finally got the audio back to being nice and clear. So, all right, everybody, we will see you later. Peace.